Hey, it's Jeanette from the Not So Perfect Mom, and I am here with an unhaul. I have been in kind of a reading slump lately, and instead of reading, I've been organizing and sorting books into categories and genres, and I brought another bookshelf back from storage because I was missing my books, and as I was putting them out, I was going through them, and there were some books that in these two stacks that I've decided that I'm not going to reread. My children have no interest in rereading. I didn't enjoy them, or I haven't even picked them up, and I'm a mood reader, so I kind of pick up whatever strikes me, and these weren't doing it. So let's get into it. This one's probably going to be one of those books where everybody seemed to enjoy it, and I just did not like it at all, and it was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I found the main character very whiny and annoying, and she never seemed to kind of grow up. And I know everybody says that the further on in the series you go, the better it gets. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I think I might have gotten out of the young adult. I actually passed it on to my daughter, who's 11, and she read the first 2 chapters and said she didn't like the main character either. So this one's going. I read this one already. It was Amy Tan's The Bonesetter's Daughter. I don't know if you can see it. And I actually really enjoyed this one. It's a historical book, and I don't remember. It's a Chinese family daughter. But I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'll be picking it back up again. Then I got Anne Bishop's Shalador's Lady, and this is a book in the the Black Jewels novel, but I haven't read the first book in the series, and this is book like 13 or 15, and it's really far down the series, so I've decided that I'm going to let it go, and if I fancy, I will pick up the first book in the series and try it from there. I'm just not that into this right at the moment, so it's going. And then, I know you can't see that. Fantabulous is what this one's called. It's by Lucien Diver. I don't know how you pronounce that. And it's a vampire book. And I went through kind of a little vampire phase where I was really into paranormal and urban fantasy. And I still am. I still like urban fantasy, and I still like paranormal. Some of my favorite authors are both of those. But this one wasn't just one that struck my fancy, and I really didn't connect with it, and I never even picked it up. This one, I picked up Soulstealer by Martin Booth, and I think it's the second book in this series, The Alchemist's Son, I think. And I actually picked this up for my son, and he never wanted to read it. He kind of just passed it off, and I put it on my shelf thinking, I might pick it up, No, I didn't really. I'm not into it. Okay, this one, Secrets of this, what is it? Of the Cancer Slaying Superman by Benjamin Rubenstein. And I actually read this book and reviewed it on my Goodreads. The author sent it to me, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's a super short story about the author's fight with cancer and how he won, and it's from like his as a teenager's point of view, which was really good. And I actually passed it on to my son, and he read it, and he actually enjoyed it too. And it's actually a pretty good book if you're interested in this sort of thing. I would suggest you pick it up. It's just I don't think I'll reread it, and I'm going to put it for somebody else to read. And then Tim Downs' First the Dead, and I used to watch Criminal Minds, not Criminal Minds. It's one of the CSIs, I believe, the one with Grisham in it, and he is like the bug man. If you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. This book is about a basically a bug man, kind of like the description reminded me of Grisham from the TV show, and I thought I'm gonna read that, but I picked it up and I've read the first chapter or so, and watching it on TV is completely different than actually reading it, and I just couldn't get into it. So there's that one. And then here's this one. Whoa, let me see. Rules for Writers by Natalie Scott, and it is part of a series. I have not read it. I won it in a giveaway. I kind of thought my daughter would like it, and because she was really big into horses and stuff, but it's actually more of a drama than I think she would probably be interested in reading. And I've asked her if she is, and she said no, and I don't think I'm going to pick it up, so I'm going to pass this one along too. And then let's see, The True and Outstanding Adventures of the Hunt Sisters. I'm sorry if this is blurry. I'm on the webcam. We're rearranging everything, and I don't have a good place to film, which is sad but true. Okay, and this is by Elizabeth Robinson, and I tried to read a little bit of this, but it is basically written in like letters from the main character, Olivia. I think her name is Olivia. It's one of those books that don't have the description. It has all the blurbs from, oh, this is such a great book, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's letters from Olivia and her family, and I couldn't get into it. And then I picked up Twilight. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. By Stephanie Meyers. This is the graphic novel edition, and I picked this up for my daughter, and she read it, and she was okay with it. She was like, yeah, it was alright. The art style is pretty cool, but it's not something I'm going to read again. I'm 36, and Twilight is long past and gone for me. And then the other stack of books that I have next to me is all the Twilight series, and they're not in order, but I'm just going to hold them up. There's The Host, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, Breaking Dawn, New Moon, Eclipse, my pile is going to be in my face in a minute, and Twilight. I read a couple of the books in the series when they were, when vampires became a thing many years ago, or whenever they first came out. And I actually enjoyed Twilight. I'm probably, one of the few. I don't want to bash it. I actually really enjoyed it. But, like I said before, I think I'm past that phase. And these books take up a lot of room on my bookshelves. And my daughter has no interest in reading them. She's not a vampire person. She's not really a paranormal person at all anyway. So, I'm going to pass them on too and save some room for whatever I have. And so that is the big box of books that I'm getting rid of. I'm still sorting and going through, and there will probably be some more of books. And I should be having a haul coming up soon because I made an order for Book Outlet, which I have not done that in many, many moons. And I was really excited to get to do it this time around. So anyway, I will see you guys soon.